Peace to the family. We are here again for another live stream. Started on time. It's now 7:31. I clocked in at 7:30. We are on time as we promoted that we will start the stream at 7:30. Let's get the show on the road. I will not be able to go as long as I normally do. I actually just came in from Colorado. I had a very lengthy set of trips, and whew, it's amazing being this busy. And I actually have to leave after this stream to go to Canada. So I literally ran in the house, washed up, and found some clothes to put on, faked a little quick packing move. I'm waiting for my wife to come. I actually had my wife in a separate vehicle making some runs while I came here to make sure I do the stream. Can't disappoint the people, can we? I'm real serious about starting these streams on time and bringing as much professionalism that I can to these online streaming services that we got going on. It's a blessing, it's a gift. I don't want you sitting around waiting for someone to figure out what they're going to do with their life. To these online streaming services. Peace to the family. Hey, 300 gangsters in the building. Let's get it. Yeah, let's start. Let's get it. Man, we're gonna have a good time. I see what y'all talking about in the stream. I see what you're talking about. We might talk a little bit about it. We're gonna turn up today, but not the way people want us to turn up. Not the way they want us to. Because you know my motto, I don't like to mention people's names if I don't deal with them. There's no need to give them that kind of promotion. I just don't live that kind of life. So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time today. I don't even know that brother. So to tell me patch things up with Mr. Doggy, I don't know him. You know, I appreciate what I have seen from him so far. And that's about as far as that's gonna go. You know, I don't play the bait game. You know, there's certain people that could benefit more from these type of games, and it's not me. And if I can't benefit from this kind of game, I'm not going to be used to benefit someone else who's not working with me collectively to make sure that it is a mutually beneficial task. I am fully aware of how these things work in this community. I know how it works, and we're going to talk about that. So today, our conversation is about Fear of Success, Volume 1. Because we got to do probably 20 volumes, and we put these 20 together, we should be able to succeed as a collective, those of us that's keeping up with the information. This is going to be very intense data that we will do throughout these series. It's going to be very intense. I love the support out there, though. Man, shout out to my homie, Big Wolf of 300 Gangsters. Went to Baltimore. We did an amazing task. You know, people always got something negative to say. How come we fed them pizza? We're going to discuss that. You know, how come we fed them pizza? So interesting. So very interesting. What I want y'all to realize is when you're really confident that you can stand on your own two legs, you don't got to bring nobody into the equation. Cheers to that. Man. So as we let these people come in, I'm going to play something. I'm going to play something for y'all. Let these people roll in for those of you who didn't see it. And we're going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to keep the ball rolling. Know that. Let's get this going. I'm about to share my screen with the family. Keep this ball rolling. Take a look at this energy right here. This is powerful. How you doing? Sister's conceiving. She homeless. She ain't got no place to live. She wants to give her the whole back.
You know, we all we got. That's for God right there. You get it. They got you. You know, we love you, God. That's y'all. Yeah, that's y'all. Oh, the baby's over here? Oh, we like the shoes, you know?
I appreciate it.
What's up, baby? Good?
It ain't New York style. No.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm from New York, but I got from Cali. How you know this?
Smoke pizza?
Get that pizza.
Say it ain't real. It's not the truth of the game. Take the mind of the mind, the heart of the heart of the truth. You know, you gotta understand what you got, what you working with here. He's like, baby, I love you. You know I love you, baby. We all we got. You know that.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna play it back one more time for y'all. These Bloods and Crips making it happen. Salute again to my homie Big Wolf. His heart is really in the streets. This is what they do. This is not a one-day task for these brothers. Whether Brother Polite is in town or not, these guys always look out for their community. So keep that in mind. Check out that 300 Gangsters brand.
Good?
How you doing? Sister's conceiving. She homeless. She ain't got no place to live. She wants to give her the whole back.
You know, we all we got. That's for God right there. You get it. They got you. You know, we love you, God. That's y'all. Yeah, that's y'all. Oh, the baby's over here? Oh, we
like the shoes, you know? I appreciate it.
What's up, baby? Good?
It ain't New York style. No. Like that.
I'm from New York, but I got from Cali. How you know this?
Smoke pizza?
Get that pizza.
Say it ain't real. It's not the truth of the game. Take the mind of the mind, the heart of the heart of the truth. You know, you gotta understand what you got, what you working with here. He's like, baby, I love you. You know I love you, baby. We all we got. You know that.
Thank y'all. So we got to talk about that as well. We have to talk about that. Let's get it back. Let's get it back. What is this about? I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. This is a little tricky. Can y'all at least hear me? Hey, family, tell me if you can hear me. Press 9 if you at least can hear me, because I don't know why the screen is not showing up right here. All right, that's good. Give me a little figure this out. All right, thanks a lot. So the family at least can hear me. Let's see what we can do about this craziness right here. Let me try to, let me share. Then let me come out of share. This is very interesting stuff. So, oh, okay, hold on. Pow, got it back. I don't know why these things happen. So you should see me pretty soon, family. Should see me pretty soon. Let me know when you see me. Press 9. Let me know that you see me. I'll be in Toronto. All right, let me say this, man. let me say this, man. I wasn't going to mention nothing about my brother, man. I wasn't going to mention this, but I just see a message by my good brother. Of course, I'm not going to read it. Just to my brother, Sinetta. All right? This is to my brother. He just sent me a message. Of course, I'm not going to go over the message. I didn't even want to say this black man's name this whole stream because I don't want to create a soap opera on the internet. I don't want to do that because there's people who want to see that black man tear me down. They want to see me tear him down. And I just don't, if I do love my brother Sinetta, and I love him way more than anything else going on. But let me explain this to you. Second to my love for my brother Sinetta, the second main reason, aside from my love to that brother, the second main reason I'm not going at my brother is because I don't want to satisfy the demons in the community. You may not like that word demons. And I'm gonna even say animals. And pardon me, sir. I don't want to satisfy the demons and the animals out there that been laying in wait, hoping that I will have a problem with him and he will have a problem with me. It's the main reason I'm staying so silent about the little disagreements. Because at the end of the day, my brother has his right to voice his opinion about things he doesn't like. I'm a man. I got to just accept that. Whether I like the way he goes about it or not, I still have to come to terms that he is my elder. And if he's disappointed in me for anything, whichever way he chooses to go in that direction, I'm younger than him, I'll humble out. So if that means this man has to do 10 more videos about Brother Polite, or interview someone about their viewpoint on Brother Polite, or even himself do streams about Brother Polite, I'll just eat those. I got to take it because that's my elder and that's my brother. And I'm going to demonstrate how I respond to adversity by not responding at all, unless I have something positive to say. I will not sit here like I didn't grow with my brother for years in this movement to turn around and try to tear it all down. It would be as though everything that I shared as a sentiment with him to the community is fake. And that I don't want to come off as fake. So that's why, despite how flustered I am about certain things going on and certain things being said coming from his direction, I do not want to do any drama or dramatic things to the satisfaction of the people that hate him and hate me, who will take my side on this channel and take his side on that channel just to try to inflammate an already bad situation. My brothers and sisters, I have to take the high road because love is a verb, in my opinion. It's an action word. And so I have to demonstrate what I feel through this adversity so my brother can equally sit down and say, you know what? That's my man. That's what I want him to do. I want him to say, you know what? Polite ain't tripping with me. Polite ain't acting like, you know, all that brotherhood we had for all these years is out the window. Somebody got to make sure they're not tripping on one of the ends to keep everyone not tripping. So, like I said, I didn't want to go there and speak about these things. However, in the spirit, because my brother just sent me a text, and I disagree with some things, but it's not that deep. And yeah, and as far as the other guy you say coming for me, I mean, this whole week people been coming at my head. It's open season. You know, once I start coming at me, it's open season. Everybody gonna come at me. But guess what? One thing I learned dealing with my brother Sinetta is how to deal with pressure. Because the second I decided to befriend him, when everybody was telling me not to deal with him. Remember, when I was new to this conscious community, people were always warning me, don't deal with that brother. He nothing but trouble. He's contentious. And I'm very sure in these days, people say, don't deal with Polite. Don't deal with Polite. So him and I both are not strangers to that as far as how we know each other. But what everybody needs to understand is when I first came in, as the young man, they was like, yo, that man is going to get you into a bunch of trouble. But one thing, if I say nothing else, and he's taught me several things, it's how to deal with adversity. So you see how I'm dealing with it? I went to Baltimore and taught class. We jam-packed the house. In fact, I'll be back by popular demand. They wouldn't let me leave without solidifying another date. So I'll be out there December 17th. Saturday, December 17th, I will be back at Baltimore. Okay? I'll be back in Baltimore, December 17th, to do another lecture. Those people appreciated it so much. And let me tell you, we packed that building up, and I only did a week and a half promotion on mine. And people were standing there. Salute to the blood homies that came out deep to give me security, love. They sat in the front row. I really appreciate you, brothers, for that love and taking it to the next level. And they just gave me the security that I already had in myself, and they just compounded interest just to know that the streets love me and they understand me. So I appreciate them. PFK Boom, particularly, and the big homie, Big Wolf. 300 Gangster Salute. I got to keep bigging them up. Y'all got to understand that. I got to keep bigging those brothers up. Now, I could be like the rest of these brothers and sisters that's going on other platforms, attacking SOP, which is going on right now. If you go to Tommy's page right now, they launching on SOP. But that's my man. That is my man. So I don't care if I got a dispute with my brother SOP. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon to try to get a group of people to campaign with me to see things my way. I'm my own man. So I suggest to the brothers and sisters that was rolling with Sarnetta, be careful how you do this thing. Because for all you know, that brother and I wind up kicking it with each other again next week or tomorrow. And you would have got caught up in this whirlpool of confusion and have us both looking like, damn. See, one thing about me, in the hood, we make sure we're not pancakes. What that means is we don't flip-flop. We on one side and we call it the damn day. We ain't no pancakes over here. We don't be on one side. Okay, it's getting hot, turn over. When it gets hot, where I'm from, when it gets hot, you stay on the same side. And that's how people know who you are. It doesn't matter. Matter if it's good, bad, or ugly. So, that's how we roll. You know, I just can't roll like that. I can't. Now I'm upset with him. Let me start doing a bunch of videos and let me get on people's platforms and start exposing Sarnetta. That's my man to the day I die, man. So we clear that part. This is what I also need people to know. Yeah, PFK Boom is the brother that went in on that pastor heavy in Baltimore, was about to give him that work. Yeah, that brother was out there giving out food too. Now we gotta keep this time in mind. So I gotta go through quite a bit of things in a short period of time, family. Peace, Hebrew Lawaya. What's up, King? I may still do the debate with Tommy. We haven't talked about it, but we did say in 2017 we're looking forward to it. But you know me, I don't like to deal with people and things when it's too contentious and too many wars going on. I like the focal point on exactly what I'm dealing with. So that man is at odds with Brother Saad, you know, I just fall back. And you may say, man, don't you and Saad got a problem? But it's loyalty, baby. That's what that is. I can't jump on the bandwagon that you beefing with somebody that we have issues with over here. Because it's not a beef, in my opinion. I know what beef is. This ain't no beef. It's a little chippy. Hey, peace to the Hebrews in the building showing that love. Not talking reckless. Peace to the family there. Let's move forward. Where do we start? Damn, so much to talk about in so little time. I know y'all seen that apology on my Instagram, those of you who came here from the Instagram energies, because you know so many different social media out here. We're gonna make this thing happen. Peace to Baltimore. Tom Robinson, you're welcome. I'm definitely back out there to do that work again. Let's do it like this. Let's talk about the food giveaway that a lot of people are trying to belittle. Let's do that. Man, you know this Martinelli apple juice is it. I don't play games. Straight out the glass. Got to get it out the glass. Got to get it out the glass. All right. Forgive me tonight, family, because I got to leave for Canada and I didn't even look to make sure these people booked my flight at the time they said. I just want to double check to make sure I got the email, because when I get off of this stream, I already rushed and washed up and everything. My wife is doing that right now, getting herself together. I made sure that I'm on deck. So at the very least, I could just throw some underwear in the bag and get out, because I'm only out there for probably 48 hours. And I'll come right back out here to finally see what's good with my family. I had to come in here. I only came really to LA. I could have left straight from DC. I only came here so I could connect with my daughters and kiss them and leave again. No, I really took a flight here just to see my family. I had a hoodie and I could just buy whatever I need to buy when I get to Canada, but I was already gone so many days and the whole family didn't roll out because of so many different things that we're doing together as a collective in this house. So it's interesting, very interesting. So what we're going to talk about right now, let's talk about the food giveaway that I just showed you. Let's talk about the food giveaway. And again, thank you, Baltimore. I'll be back there again. I'm actually going to pull up the address for where the event is going to be. I'm working on that right now, pulling up this address for where it's going to be. Yeah, and I want people to, that's so much, man. Damn, so much is going on. One day, so much is going on. All right, let's cover this. About the food giveaway. Many people say, Brother Polite, why on earth did you feed those black people pizza, GMO pizza? Come on, black man, you conscious? What would Sabi do? This is what people write. And I'm like, God damn. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Well, let me explain something to y'all. Yeah, I've been in the damn cold, man. I've been in LA. I haven't seen rain in months because if it does drizzle or something, I ain't been here. I haven't seen rain in like 7-8 months out here in Southern California. And I went out to Baltimore and felt the sting of cold. Damn. The sting of cold, man. That was intense. Yes, so why on earth did we feed the homeless pizza? Let me explain something to you. I was establishing I had a very good meeting with my gang member brothers out there, especially my conscious Damu. Salute Big Wolf. Salute PFK Boom. Can't tell you enough, because those brothers really are in the streets, putting in serious pain. I can't salute them enough. My man Haas, he came through with me too, from Jersey. You know, salute to him. He stacked it up too. You know, he be on his gang thing as well in New Jersey. So shout out to my man Haas, because he in love with this movement right now. So all he want to do is roll with me when we giving away items or food. I'll be in Ohio December 23rd for a toy drive. We doing our own funding. We giving away toys to the children in America's first built projects. And our youth is struggling there because the parents are struggling there. So we're going to give out the toys December 23rd, and then I'm going to do a lecture right after to build with the parents about some economic remedies and social events and activities and outlets for them to speak or vent their frustrations. so they can be heard, and so they got people they can go to. So that's December 23rd in Ohio. Download the Brother Polite app to stay in tune with all that information. That's all. Download the Brother Polite to stay in tune with that information. So back to the pizza. Why did you feed the homeless people pizza? Would you eat the pizza? Let me explain this to you, brothers and sisters, real fast. My brothers who be in their gang thing, they was lit. They woke up with that vibe like, yo, we gotta feed the black family. Let's do it again. And the reason why I say do it again, because this is what they do regularly. They just don't get the love for what they do. Because they ain't about always trying to say, keep the camera on us when we putting the work in. When they put in pain, a lot of times people don't even know how much they do. A lot of times people don't even know how much PFK Boom does to change the community, because he be G'd up when he be dealing with those officials. And he do this for the people. Ain't nobody putting no money in his pocket to do it. His love for the community is right there. So the homies went, we excited. I'm like, yo, let's link up. Let's all get the food same time. I'm telling them, yeah, I'm about to cop the Whole Foods joints and all that. I'm going to pick up some stuff. They're like, yo, Pete, don't worry about it. Wolf was like, yo, we got it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, nah, I got to participate. So he's like, look, get the supplies, get this, get that. We'll cover the food. We ain't even discussed the food. So when the homies pull up, I'm like, damn, y'all bought the food already? They open the door. They got pizza boxes galore. They take what they do serious, family. They ain't pussyfoot around this situation. They went and bought a whole bunch of pies. Filled up the damn car. Pies everywhere. What the hell am I supposed to tell these brothers? Throw away all the pizza boxes? Throw away the food? Get this kind of food? That's like me trying to take over their operation. It don't work like that. We got plenty of time to grow with each other, family. I'm just a real and practical person. So I said, yo, I ain't too good to feed my people fucking pizza. The pizza was bought. All I could do is say, let me get the items and volunteer my time and work. What the hell are y'all talking about? Most of y'all still eat fucking pizza. Pardon my language. Most of y'all still eat pizza. But when I gave out the pizza, it became a damn international crime. What would Dr. Sabi do? Dr. Sabi would have gave out the goddamn pizza too. Because Sabi ate fish from time to fucking time. Let's be for real, man. And he kept it 100. Yeah, I'm falling off. I'm slipping. I started eating some fish. So Sabi was in the spirit and in a position to give, and the homies went and got some damn pizzas, and they bought a whole bunch. It ain't like they bought one pie. Ain't like they bought 10 pies. They bought a bunch to feed this whole community of homeless people that live right out there around the corner from a police station where everybody drives through and then nobody see those people. It takes from the good brothers from the hood to have the intent and the incentive to do something without being told to do it. You got to know when to be on your high horse and when not to be on your high horse. I'm not going to kill the intentions and the spirit of good people. Because let me tell you something, and I'm not trying to be spooky. The energy and the commitment by those brothers is enough. Not to make the pizza alkaline, but the energy, the intention, and the spirit behind them doing something without being asked, without them knowing it's going to be filmed. That was powerful enough in itself. So that day, we just give out the goddamn pizzas, man. Give us time to grow. And the brothers built with me about mentoring them and taking it to the next level with the knowledge, because the homie got hundreds of bloods that support him. The homie has hundreds of bloods that support him. You don't kill people's intentions and ambitions because what they was doing was so noble. I think it would be asinine, irresponsible, ridiculous, and arrogant to say, throw away food and let's get this food when people are already waiting for us. And they was en route to pick me up, which took them off the path to get me so we can also go get some supplies, get something to drink. Come on, family. You just got to do what we got to do. We just got to do what we got to do. And in the future, we'll keep transforming. We'll grow together. That's what you do. We grow together. So guess what? I'm not ashamed to say, you know what? I'm giving this joint out. I felt no way. I felt proud of what we was doing together because it's not always about all of that conscious stuff y'all talking about. You got to be in the moment, family. You see brothers that bang. That brother Wolf been shot 13 damn times on 5 different occasions. Wait till you see the film. Come on, family. Be for real. You don't shoot people down like that. That man lost his leg warring in them damn streets like that. You don't play games like that, man. These people real about what they do. You can't be over here on some high horse shit. No, this is not good. We don't eat pizza. Like, what? Where y'all from? Where they do that at? It's food, man. You don't throw away no goddamn food because you think there's a better food. And at the moment, people sitting there waiting to eat and looking forward to just seeing the brothers show them love. It was more than the food. We had conversations with them, hugging them, loving them, shaking hands, singing with them, playing with our brothers and sisters. While they got their youth sitting there with no home. While we got women sitting there waiting to deliver children. And all y'all thinking about is the pizza got GMOs. We'll see them again. We'll be back again. But damn it, the food was already bought. We just got to love each other when we can love each other. Let's stop playing games. I'm not so damn conscious that I got to act stupid when I'm around people that's doing their best with the best that they know. Come on, man. Stop that craziness. I'm proud. I'm mad. I'm so proud. I'm glad we actually did it with pizza. So the people who are weird and ridiculous can show their ugly heads. Pause. Come on, man. And again, most of the people complaining, eat pizza any goddamn way. Front. I know it. Because just the mentality is the goddamn pizza mentality. You so damn alkaline and everything and conscious, you would have saw it for what it was and said, man, something went on, but whatever it was, look at what took place, the power and brothers coming together from different sets to deliver the people a service. A forgotten people, a lost population of people, are people that are oftentimes undermined. What a disappointment sometimes. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. What else do we get into? We got that out the way. All right. So now we need to get into these Instagram affairs. Next time, pass out seaweed chips. Man, these people's stomach touching their back. I can't go out there feeding them no damn seaweed chips, man. Yo, we gotta keep this thing real. I mean, that's a nice compliment to give them on the side. Maybe that's what you mean. Yo, these people don't be eating like that, man. They don't eat unless we come bring that food. There's a community of them just sitting there. And if the homies don't come through and feed them, they may not eat. I deserve to get my ass kicked if I go amongst a bunch of homeless people and come with some thin-ass seaweed chips. You trying to get me killed. I ain't doing nothing like that. Yo, y'all are going too far with this vegan thing. I agree we should feed them something healthy. But I can't come with no thin-ass vegan chips, man. No seaweed chips, man. Y'all are going too far. Man, they would probably look at it like, what is this dude up to? You know, it's a learning process for them too. What we gonna do? We can try to veganize the homeless community. Come on, we got to take our time and figure this thing out. I will also be rolling with my lokes out here in Cali. 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be doing the food drive. You know, I'm gonna be in the Benz Sprinter. That big thing is gonna be filled up with Crips, and we're gonna be feeding the family out here in the hood. We're gonna find our homeless people. There's a bunch of them too. So there's a lot of places we can't go to. We're gonna feed them. We're gonna feed them real good. And like I said, we got Ohio coming up. Salute to 300 gangsters. For Thanksgiving, they got 500 turkeys, man, out of their own gang community. Yes, Polite doesn't eat turkey. But damn it, if I'm free, I'm over there and I'm gonna feed them that. And I'm gonna throw them what I can throw them on the side because I'm gonna be more prepared. But I'm not telling them get rid of them damn turkeys. Give them out. Give them out. Can't stop it. They did it already. They put the pain in. Let's do it. Let's do it. And we gotta find some time to see our people. Cleveland, Ohio. That's where we're gonna be. Cleveland, Ohio. Y'all gonna see these flyers this week go up for all our food drives and toy drives. And this, again, is all our community funded. If it ain't the gangs funding it, it's NCSD funding it, or both of us, because 300 Gangsters said they're gonna follow us out to Ohio. They wanna be part of the toy drive. They said they support me wherever I go, whenever I do it, however I do it. So that's what we're talking about, is unite. We got our blood, another conscious Damu, Supernova. Supernova Slum said he rolling with me to Ohio to give out these toys. He down. I said, say less. I'll book your flight. You want to be down? Let's get it. He said, man, I got to be part of that energy. I love what you're doing, cuz. I said, I'm with it. But that's my crow right there, man. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. This unity feel good. You don't know what you're missing. When you give people on their last leg some food, and you talk to them and look them eye to eye, and you see this big smile on their face, and you realize it's not even because they got the food, it's because they got the attention. Man, that thing will put you in tears when you're doing this in real time. Put you in tears, and I'm looking to have that same effect on these children December 23rd in Ohio. Be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout. It's going to be great. I'm going to give y'all an address too. No, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I'm using this as an opportunity to educate the parents and to keep the children happy during this time of year. That's my strategy. If that strategy doesn't suffice for you, then I totally understand. I totally get it. If it doesn't work for you, I totally understand. But that's the way I'm flowing. That's my strategies. I don't celebrate Christmas at all. But I know our youth is hurt when they don't get it. Gotcha. We got to give them what they need. We got to do that for them, all right, family? We got to do that for them. So it's love. And I don't believe you meant something negative by it, but I'm going to just make it clear because some people are going to say, so now you're celebrating Christmas now, Polite. No, I don't. But guess what? I got to participate. You know why? Because our people participate. And we got to get them where they at. Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to do my best to pull up these flyers, see if I can email it to myself and download it on my computer and let y'all see what it is. Let y'all see what it is. Let's do this. Let's do it. Pardon me, as I have not been around. I've been in the air taking planes like cabs. I don't even know where the hell in Toronto I'm going to be, man. I'll tell you when I find out. Just got booked a flight to do some work out there and mentoring. And I'm doing this round the clock. I'm doing this round the clock. Around the clock. Yes, sir. 300 Gangsters will be in the building. Let's make it work. We almost 40 minutes in. Come with the lit, bruh. You want it lit? That's what you want? I'm doing my best to compose myself because I didn't want to be part of a lot of chaos. But damn it, we do got to talk about some things tonight. We do got to talk about some things tonight. Pardon me as I'm getting messages from all over the world. That's my sister reaching out to me, man. I got to reach out to her later. Yeah, so let's see if I could pull up. I want you to see the Instagram diary so we can pick up the conversation from the Instagram. And then we can really talk that talk. We need to talk that talk. Let's talk that talk. I think I got it here. Yeah, got him. All right. These are the Instagram diaries. So you go to brother _ polite, and you'll see Instagram. Brother _ select. Okay. You're just gonna work hard. Yeah, that's yours, baby. You good. I really love y'all for coming out. Yeah, you go to 2012stores.com to get any of my books, but definitely the Solar Numerology book. Next to that, Supreme Mathematics. Oh man, that Doctor Strange movie. We're gonna deal with that. We gotta talk about that another day. Let's do it. I appreciate all of you that's out here. Go to download the Brother Polite app if you want that book, or you can go to 2012stores.com, 2012 STORES. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go into these things. Walk with me, family. I got you. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's start from, where should we start from? Oh, matter of fact, this is where I'm going to be at. Of course, it's an older flyer, but the address. December 17th, I'll be at Banneker Blake Academy for Arts and Sciences, 1101 Winston Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21212. Take that address down, family. That's where I'm going to be at December 17th. Same time, starting at 7 o'clock, 7 to 10 p.m. Doors open at 6. You need to get there at 6 because it's going to be packed. It was packed when I came in. Banneker Blake Academy for Arts and Sciences, 1101 Winston Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21212. And hopefully y'all can roll with us. Maybe the next day we go feed the homeless out there. We make that a community support thing. Hopefully we can do that. Let's get that going. All right, let's try that. So again, in Banneker Blake Academy for Arts and Sciences, 1101 Winston Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland. Let's get it. That's where I'll be December 17th. That's where I will be. Now let's go into this. This is the video. This is what's been going on Instagram today. This is home. You know what? Since we on Instagram, let's see if I could. Some of y'all may not be familiar with my Instagram posts. So let's play a few things. Salute to my homie, Anthony Anderson. Tremendous supporter, show mad love. You know he's on Blackish. That's the homie. That is the homie. That is the homie. That is the homie. Yeah, my Instagram be lit. Rest in peace to my man, Tommy. From Martin. Rest in peace to him for sure. Peace to the homie Blake Griffin. Play on the Clippers. My man Flex from the Flex and Shanice show. And Shanice, his wife. Yeah, we living good. We doing our thing. My man Safari, you know, Nicki Minaj's ex. And you found him another Nicki on Love and Hip Hop. Look at this. We vegan approved. This is vegan right here, y'all. Take a look at that. That is the vegan diet gone wild. How about that? You know, people think I'm all skinny and everything. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'll tell you this. I put in that pain. I know what foods to eat, and I get the ideal amount of mass that I'm looking for. But yeah, that's my vegan diet for you. That is the vegan diet for you. But yeah, go to brother_polite, brother_POLIGHT, and make sure you start following me. If you don't got Instagram, you need to be on there because I'm on there the most out of all my social media, next to Facebook. And, you know, I give them different things. You know, of course, this is me in my stunt mode.
You should know the station broke, poverty, poor struggle, we have no relation. I'm living good, I'm loving life, I'm out the hood, let's celebrate the night. I'm getting money, I'm dropping lights, going up on haters, they now we made it, we popping lights.
We're getting ready to do a little shopping.
Staying paid, spending money, getting fly every day, driving fun, big houses, pretty women, spending money with my familia, smoking loud, sipping right, getting faded, popping bottles, black bottles, they suspended, jewelry, eating good, yeah, we made it, getting money with all my niggas. You like it, I love 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 it. You like it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. You know the station pop.
But, you know, these are things that we do. Things that we do. One of Mayweather's baby mama. Cool. Salute, Vicky. I miss you, baby. I know I'm flying all over the place, but I got you. Wait till I get back. We're gonna be lit. Once I get back from Toronto. Amazing singing, man. She's the dopest. She's the dopest. She is the dopest. Man, Smack. Yeah, he was out here doing a battle. Lovely wife, Aminette. She's just on a whole nother level. Pro model, like, come on, man. Y'all gotta give that up. You gotta understand what that means to represent. She is just amazing. She's so amazing. She's gorgeous. Of course, Foxy Brown. Yep, Brother Polite drives me crazy sometimes, but I love him still forever. When a man loves you without fail, through your flaws, he's the truth. Your intelligence speaks volumes, wisdom unrivaled. They can't see you ever, so of course they hate. Still your biggest rider. Love you for life. That's what's up, Fox. You know she don't write no stuff like that for nobody else. Try it, look for it. Yeah, you know, we was engaged. We had our thing going on back in the day. We was killing it. And salute to my homegirls, and I miss all of them. Homegirls, my wives, everybody. That's not, the picture can't even fit everybody. That's a whole nother situation. Don't worry about all those things. Mike, but yeah. Salute to the homie Kid Ink, doing his damn thing. You know what, my man Charlemagne, let's get into some action. Yeah, my man Boyce Watkins, Hollow the Dawn, Loaded Lux, Daylight, B Dot. You know we get it in, we get it in, we get it in. Yeah, look at this. Y'all get mad because of stupidness like this, right? That's one of my financial advisors. You say, why you ain't get a black advisor? I do got one now. He's also in my post. But Hania has helped me out quite a bit and shown me how to do a number of things. She's a financial advisor, Sadat, in my corner, whose company manages over $8.5 billion in funds, one of which being the Bill Gates Foundation. Aside from being an ambassador at the Peterson Museum, she has contributed greatly to my life. She has opened my eyes to impact investing and has connected me with very wealthy and powerful people, while it's at the same time empowered myself and those that I mentor with the wealth building strategies that enhance my business disposition. Important to read the caption. People take my pictures and write their own captions. Basketball Wives, she's so dope. You know, so let's get you back to the top. There's a whole lot of beautiful things here. Of course, it's my beautiful wife, Aminette. My baby, look at that. Look at them jeans. I love this girl. This girl, man, is just the best. But we're going to take it from the top. The people are in the building. Thank you for coming through. It's now time to get on with today's program. Look at this. I'm going to just keep you up to current.
Their funder is Dwight. Their founder is Elizabeth. Black Lives Matter is transgender affirming. Black Lives Matter is queer affirming. This is in their words. Quotation, because this is what is on the Black Lives Matter website. They are queer affirming, meaning they are from humbug. So every time you go, Black Lives Matter, you gotta put this thing in proper context. It's a covert way to get people to fight for their agenda. You want to push your homosexual shit? Push it and let everyone know what it is from the gate. Don't use us. Don't use our black children. You want to get your agenda on.
All right, so this was important. So now what we'll do, we're going to read this commentary. Let's read this commentary. This was important. So I wrote, first, this is not an attack based on sexual preference, but rather this is about undermining our race. You are my brother and sister. First, before sexuality comes to play, the issue at hand is the fact that the term Black Lives Matter is used to play on your emotions. Race is often used as a catalyst for non-Black agendas. A pale man at the seat of Black Lives Matter. Another NAACP. Emojis, laughing and crying. Many will judge before they review the facts that are released at this lecture. It is about deception and infiltration. I did not realize how many so-called Black nationalists supported the covert gay agenda. Watch the DVD in full. You will understand my points of contention. You need to get this DVD to be released November 20th, online store, link in the bio. Of course, there's 2012 stores. Download the Brother Polite app. Very important. Now let's go to this one. This is today, and this is today. I was at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport when I did this video. That was today. And I did an apology. I'll read the commentary, but let's watch this.
Peace, family. So Patrice Cullors, co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement, reached out to me, and I want to make it clear that I apologize to our sister for saying anything that may have implicated her or affected her in ways where it may have incurred stress to her or her family. What I do want to make clear is that I don't want people to deflect and perpetrate any forms of sexual animus or violence in light of the information that I brought forth. My problem is with George Soros, the Caucasian who has funded $33 million worth of the riots that have transpired in America. He funds quite a bit of these Black activities. That is what's in question. I know oftentimes our race is used as a political catalyst to which end non-Black agendas can be employed. So I want to put that for the record. That's what I want us to focus on. Thank you for the support. I'm about to fly off. Peace, family. So Patrice.
All right, so we got that. So what I wrote here, I just got to keep you up to speed for those of y'all who just came on because you just see a stream is on live so you can understand everything. So I said, watch the live stream tonight, 10:30 Eastern Time on YouTube channel. I am Brother Polite. My deepest and humblest apologies to my sister at Love Colors, Patrice Cullors, who's the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, for any stress incurred to her and her supporters in light of my previous post. My intention is not to condemn her nor others for their sexual orientation, more rather it is to investigate the effects of Caucasian funding and participation of Black movements when there is a history of us being exploited and manipulated by people such as George Soros, who covertly created ulterior agendas that do not represent the people of focus nor the narrative, and this is the deception that warrants much attention. It is also important that members of the LGBTQ community understand that a disagreement that involves them is not necessarily an instance of homophobia, whilst at the same time, heterosexuals should never endeavor to violently aggress a brother or sister due to their sexual preference and difference of opinion. I hope all is clear, and let's continue to build and find common ground amongst us. We evade the conversations. that make us uncomfortable if we truly beseech change. I'm supposed to write, we should not evade. Okay, and last but not least, this was the most recent video. And then we need to discuss this while talking about the conscious community and the Black Lives Matter. And we should be able to get through this pretty good.
So I just landed in Colorado for my connecting flight to Los Angeles. And I gotta let y'all know I'm doing a live stream today before I fly out to Canada. When I was talking about the black men that I did not apologize to for saying we're acting like animals, people lied and said I was calling the whole race animals. That's one. Secondly, I have to also make it clear that I was talking about the black men particularly that violently aggress their women, molest their children, or kill each other in the streets. I do not have to sugarcoat messages to those type of violent black people, whereas the sister who reached out to me from Black Lives Matter, she talked to me like a human and told me how she feels. I had to tell her sorry, but we're going to discuss these Black Lives Matter issues. I'm not falling back. I'm unrelenting in the truth.
Now, at this point,
so I just landed.
At this point, I had checked out the comments and kept up with what people was talking about. And I said, man, they think that I retracted my statement as far as turning my points of view around. No, it was a sister that reached out to me. She's the co-founder, the very one that was part of the presentation. And if you want to see what she wrote, it's on the Instagram, because that's where our conversation takes place, and I didn't erase no comments. My apology to her is separate and different from the education that I disseminated. We'll go into that. But people took the apology as a form of weakness, and that I disagree with. So I wrote, okay, let me make this point clear. I have the same stance about Black Lives Matter. I apologize to the sister Patrice, co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement, because she reached out respectfully and showed me love. As for my statements about us behaving like animals, I will not retract those statements because it was not to the whole community, and I made that clear. It was aimed at blacks senselessly killing each other, beating their wives, molesting their children, and producing more babies than they can afford. Okay? I'll go into that. So now we got that pretty much resolved, and I want to go into, let me just do this real quick. Black Lives Matter, funded by George Soros. He's a white man from Hungary. This was part of my presentation when I went out to Baltimore. In Thailand, he's an economic world criminal. He devalued currency in England, is known as the man that broke the bank in England, and therefore he got billions of dollars. This is what he does. He collapsed economies. He's a crafty pale man. He collapsed economies, and in turn, he makes hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars doing so. He also funds the IMF. That's another conversation to be had, which is the International Monetary Fund. We need to do a presentation on this man alone so we can understand the things that he does. Okay, and here we'll just move forward. Let's do it like this. George Soros funding civil rights. Now, this article is from the Washington Times, where it lets us know that it's George Soros funds Ferguson protests and hopes to spur civil action. The billionaire George Soros gave at least $33 million in 1 year to groups that embolden activists, and Black Lives Matter are part of the list. Many of the riots that have taken place in Black America were funded by George Soros. And somebody wrote, how do you fund a riot? Easy. You pay the people that will go inflammate an already bad situation. You pay them to organize. You pay for their vans. You pay for their posters. You pay for their signs. You pay for the antagonists to plant themselves there and turn all the way up. Wherever he sees the potential for chaos to take place, he goes in and he funds it. He was even sued for his funding of many of the riots that took place in America in the name of Black protests. Again, that's $33 million he has put into the activism that led to the riots that transpired in the Black community. So we got to keep an eye on this white man and who he is giving money to and why. Because we know internationally he's a war criminal. So when a war criminal decides I need to put money, a Hungarian war criminal decides I need to put money into a black movement, we should question what is his intention and what does the black movement have to do in exchange. We should question these things, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh boy, people. And so these were some of the things you can find on the Black Lives Matter website. I like the synopsis that academia.org came up with. I also presented this in my presentation. Let me read the bottom. It says Black Lives is transgender affirming. Follow the cursor. Transgender affirming. This is in quotation marks because this is on their website. It's queer affirming. This is in quotation marks because this is on the Black Lives Matter website. Let's go down here. You'll see it all in my presentation. I did a whole presentation on the Black Lives Matter movement and how I felt about it being compromised. With no disrespect to the brothers and sisters that are part of the movement whose intentions may be pure and probably are. You have to be able to make a distinction amongst the two. And that's where my apology lies. But I'll get into that. However, Black Lives Matter does not simply affirm sexual deviancy. It actively strikes to instigate a cultural revolution to redefine the family. Here go the quotes, family. We are committed to disrupting the Western prescribed nuclear family. Do y'all know what nuclear family means? You know, mom, dad, child. Y'all know what that is? We are committed to disrupting the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another and especially our children to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable. Okay? Just keep all of those things in mind. Let's read this thing up here. On this day, we are standing in solidarity with all Black women, cis and trans, girls and femmes in efforts to shed light on the abuse that they endure under systems of anti-Black misogyny. All right, so I don't want to give you too much of this presentation here. I just need to go over some very important things. And it's important you also know this. Correct the record super PAC. We'll go into this another day, family, but George Soros puts hundreds of millions of dollars into this. These are people that are literally paid to troll on the internet. When someone is very popular, they take the time out to fund trolls online to make everyone feel like there's a whole bunch of people that really don't like that person. So someone like myself, who I'm very strong-minded, and no matter how much of the whole community may be against me when I say the white man's not the devil. But I say, I understand what you mean when you say it. Or when I turn around and I say, you know what? We behave like animals. And then they turn around and say, I said that Black people are animals, which is insane because I have children, I have wives, I have family. Why on earth would I think that about the whole Black race? I said we behave like animals, and people that live presently in the hood grew insecure. I haven't met anybody that lives pretty good and outside of the hood that has come and attacked me or misconstrued what I said. There's only people that's in the hood, so I believe it's a matter of insecurity, but that remains to be seen. Nonetheless, I was showing how Meek Mill, and this is a slide for another time, but Meek Mill put up my video. He has 10.2 million followers. Reggie Cruz has 1.2 million followers. He put me up. My brother, Rich, in 2 months, I did 472,919. This one here is at 4.9 million. This is my Breakfast Club interview. It's at 4.9 million views. This is another one at 700-something thousand on my network. On my network again, this is one that's at 1,139,247. This is America's Top Model. She has 1.4 million views, and she also posted my video. And the reason I was putting this out is to say I have so much influence, literally so much influence, millions of views. And it's not just me on my networks where I got millions of views. Like even right now, if we went to let's see right now, if we were to go to, let's see, if we were to go to Facebook, Brother Polite, if we were to go to Facebook and we were to go to Brother Polite right now on my Facebook page, you would see. I mean, I also could go to other things too. Let's see. You know, we would see 402,948 people reached. Today is what? The 16th? Correct. Today is the 16th. And what do we have here? This was posted on the 14th. So we're in our second day. And I already have 402,958 people that this post has reached, 151,000 views. I got more shares than people normally have views. The shares is not coming up, but the shares is over 4,000. On my app, it'll tell me how much shares is there. So 402,948 people have this has reached over 402,000 people. Okay, that's the Bloods and Crips. This 1 minute video. All right. This one just went up 37,890. And of course, it hasn't been up for a day. So it's going to do more, of course. But these are things that I just wanted to show you that's just on my network alone. And the reason why I showed those other networks was just simply to put you to task to consider, if I have that much influence where people who have millions of followers are also posting me up, and then I'm also reaching millions of people, 1.1 million here, 4.9 million people here, 700,000 over here. And then this one, 10.2 million, 1.2 million, 1.4 million people, followers they got and they post me. Then that means I'm all over the place. And this is just a small amount. So what is Correct the Record Super PAC? Everybody take notes. Correct the Record Super PAC is very important. Correct the Record Super PAC. That is an organization or agency that is hired to make people not trust people of great influence who may be teaching against a system that somebody needs to be propagated, their message as far as it's concerned. So Correct the Record Super PAC is literally a trolling agency that gets a bunch of people that whenever someone says something nice, like let's say for me, if someone says something nice about Brother Polite, if someone hired Correct the Record Super PAC, they'll create a campaign where they will use the same slander redundantly every time someone writes, oh man, that brother's smart. There will be a response right there. No, he's a fraud. Someone say, man, that Brother Polite is a genius. Someone will write right there. He's a fraud. And they do this on every network and they're around every time I do anything. But that happens when someone is teaching against a system and they are very effective. People teach against the system all the time, but everybody isn't effective when it comes to teaching against the system. Do I believe this is so? Yes, because if you go to Vlad TV right now, there's a person who has responded to over 1,000 comments that were positive. My wife and I sat here and we read each of the 1,000 comments that was there at that time. It was probably more than 1,000 comments now. Each of the 1,000 comments that were positive in my favor. It was literally the same person, no matter what hour in the day, writing something negative to try to detour people's mind. They make sure that they're doing this round the clock. And I'm like, how the hell are they doing this? It's real. It's real. They are the ones who come with the coon talk all the time, over and over and over and over, but more so on the accusatory end. That's what they do. That's their job. Okay? So we cooking. Now we cooking. Now we cooking. And I only could do this stream for X amount of time because I'm flying out to Canada. However, I needed to get some groundwork here. And the reason why I needed the groundwork done is because you need to understand why I'm about to say all the things that I'm going to say right now. You need to understand that. You need to understand why I have to say the things I'm about to say. I'm working here, getting everything straight. Yes, family. Super PAC. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Look up that super PAC and you'll realize, you know, so even the trolls that you see online, are hired a lot of times, especially when it's too redundant. Especially when it's redundant. Now, you know, I'm also looking to read things and connect with people as I'm talking at the same time, so forgive me. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to Brother Polite. Be sure to subscribe to I Am Brother Polite here on YouTube. Be sure to do that. Hit that subscribe button, very important. So you can get all the updates when we're online, so it can come straight at you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, here are a few points of contention. The sister, Patrice, who's the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, took the time out to reach out to me. Said, Brother Polite, did you consider how this post might affect me? Because you had reached out to me first instead of, you know, basically put her on blast. However, I didn't put her on blast. I actually took the image coupled with her and that white man that was online, and then I coupled it with research that I put forth. On there, of course, it identifies her as a lesbian. And she is. And so, coming from a Black nationalistic perspective, there was a number of things that were taking place. Because while I have on one end, I have this conversation with the conscious community about Black Lives Matter, and I'm trying to explain to them every single time, just because the term is coined Black Lives Matter, don't allow social engineering to take place and make you cognitively dissonant when I propose to you a new proposition that you have to consider and in turn reevaluate what it means and represents. This is why I always make a distinction amongst the general sense of the term Black Lives Matter, and then I also hold in contemplation what it means and represents politically to say Black Lives Matter. The politics of Black Lives Matter, I am not in support of. The terminology, for what it's worth, of course it resonates with me, and that's why that term was used. But as I taught in Baltimore, it is my contention that our race is used as a political catalyst to fuel, fund, and or facilitate agendas that are non-Black in their inception. I hope you hear everything that I'm saying is very important that I word it in that way. Our race is used as a political catalyst to promulgate ideas and agendas that are non-Black in their inception. And when I look at the Black Lives Matter movement, on account to my research, I can't help but to feel it is one of the movements that is consistent with that thought process or that thesis. My research shows me that. The problem is many people focused on the fact that the sister was a lesbian and she's the co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement. That is not what my main focal point was. Though, here we go. Understand this. Black nationalists, brothers and sisters in this community, when I say I am not in support of Black Lives Matter, it is only now that I've been cracking this thing open that they're now starting to switch their story up. But when I was trying to tell them what I meant by all lives matter being the contrapositive to Black Lives Matter and the distinction between the general term and the political term, they made me out to be a sellout. They called me a coon. They called me a bunch of names, and I was trying to explain to them, every time you brothers keep supporting Black Lives Matter, you claim to be against homosexuality, you claim to be against the transgender, you claim to be against the LGBTQ community at large. But then you push Black Lives Matter. And in order for you to push Black Lives Matter as purported Pan-Africans or purported Black nationalists that are strict in their value system or their worldview as it relates to sexuality, you are a walking contradiction, because Black Lives Matter is all about the rights, the freedoms, the liberties, the access, the attributes that surround, the politics that surround the LGBTQ community. And I would go on further to say that they use the theme of Black to fuel their LGBTQ agendas based on their wording. Okay? The wording and the public outcries are a bit contradictory. The public outcries is Black this, Black that, Black this, but the wording, the narrative, when you study what they're talking about, the focal point appears to be to make the world more accessible and more free for the LGBTQ community. Now, that is their prerogative. The problem with the conversation is too many things are being integrated at the same exact time. Too many things are going on at the same exact time. Meaning, I have this argument with the conscious community that you Pan-Africanists or you Black nationalists that's against me for saying I'm not down with Black Lives Matter. I'm trying to tell these brothers that you're supporting a gay agenda and you say you don't want nothing to do with anything homosexual. So then I'm saying, why are you even mad at me? On the other end, my presentation hones in on George Soros. But a lot of people's focal point was on the fact that the sister was a lesbian. And that deflected from what I wanted people to focus in on. So when the sister said she felt the way, there was a number of things that took place in my mind. One was the conscious community would have just called me a bunch of names like they already did whenever they disagree. This sister, who is of a sexuality that I'm not fond of for what it's worth, but I still embrace her as my sister, reached out to me in positive fashion and said, I wish you could have reached out to me first and talked to me first. So I said, you know what? You know how I might have felt with my family and this one and that one. And I said, you know what? She's a leader. And I know what it's like to be a leader, to be misunderstood or for people to lead a charge in the direction of people's conversation. My post, I took into consideration that, you know what? I need to tell that sister, I apologize. I said, yo, I'll tell her I apologize for any stress that has been incurred. I didn't apologize for my research, family. I apologize because when a Black woman says she may have been slighted, affected, impacted negatively by something, it is not my intention to hurt that Black woman emotionally and definitely physically. So if a Black woman comes out and says, man, this is how it made me feel, I have to stand down as a Black man because I know my intention was not to hurt that Black woman. And I said, what I got to do is find a way to even make what I'm saying more specific to the cause. Now, yes, I would have an issue with a Black nationalistic movement that is pro-abortion during this time, especially, that is led by anyone of the LGBTQ community. I would have those issues. I feel racist first. I feel race is first. And because there have been agendas employed still to present day to effeminize the Black man, it stands to reason we can't go with compromise and have members from the LGBT community lead what we believe to be something that is Black nationalistic. They have the right to set up any organization they have. But I think we're dealing with smoke and mirrors here when we think people are organized in the name of Black, but we understand that the founders obviously have their intentions set in place to secure their sexuality, and they have every right to do so. But many people don't even realize the impact. Many people don't even realize that there is LGBTQ operations in place that are not making it as clear which one is the preference. And I know this is difficult for some people because some people are going to say, you're saying that they don't have the right to fight for Black people. They do have the right to fight for Black people, but I feel they should fight for their sexual rights under a banner that identifies the fact they're fighting for their sexual rights. Because this wouldn't be the first time in history that the LGBTQ community rights have superseded the rights of Black people. It's happened so much that the stigma from history makes me say there should be a line of demarcation when it comes to sexuality and race. We're fighting for race here. Let us put race to the forefront, and then we can discuss these other issues later. Because if it's about discrimination, any form of discrimination is under the same umbrella. So I get what you're trying to say. Let's put them together. I get what you're saying, but the race gets the short end of the stick every goddamn time. And I got a problem with that historically. So you can say, oh, this is homophobia. You can call it what you want because you've been programmed to call every damn thing homophobia. And trust me, I'm not afraid of humans. And to call me homophobic is disrespectful. Because you're saying I'm afraid of humans as though you guys are more human than I. Or to say gay, which means nice, is to say you guys are nice and everyone else isn't, who doesn't follow in your sexual path or preference. So I don't like being called a homophobe because that's slick talk. And that would suggest that everyone else isn't human unless they're following in your LGBTQ community. But you see, I don't go out and cry and trip every time y'all say something disrespectful to me or something I find disrespectful. But when I disagree with something and it involves your sexuality, you can't separate yourself from that for one moment and say, man, maybe this brother is just concerned about the Black cause. And when I give y'all opportunities to speak, you choose not to speak. But then you write on these damn comment sections and cause all this chaos. So yeah, that's why I disagreed with them. I mean, I need that computer charger. This thing about to die. And I need you to get ready to hurry up so we can leave. You heard? I need that charger though. Yeah. So yeah, so the gentleman in me just simply says this. I apologize to that sister. I stand on my views. And that's what got me pissed off when I wound up in Denver airport. So you see the airport on Instagram. I just left from one city to the next. And when I seen those views, don't apologize, brother. Don't do that. I didn't apologize for my research. I apologize for not prefacing my statements in ways so I can be even more clear. So if people took it out of context and tried to hurt her, I can rest assured that I preference my statements in ways where I really did my best so that would not happen. But I did not do that. And because I pride myself in my communication skills, I chose or I elected to apologize because it was unbecoming that I should talk about such sensitive matters that we are all highly invested in emotionally without taking the opportunity or the liberty to just reevaluate what I said before I said it to that sister. And that's why I apologize. That's why I apologize. Because I'm Black first and she's a Black woman. I'm Black first and she's a Black woman. That's all that matters. No pun intended, of course. So on one end, you got the conscious community over here. Let's talk about that. I've been trying to tell these brothers they're pushing a homosexual movement, a LGBTQ movement. But guess what they all do? They all just jump on me, pause. A bunch of men doing streams. He support all lives matter. He support, and I'm like, man, you see, this is the problem. I'm talking very clear. I'm making it clear. It's a general term and it's a political term. I think people think I just be talking long. Oh, you're long-winded. You know what the problem is? Maybe you're impatient. Maybe I'm not long-winded. Maybe you're impatient, and it takes, if someone's talking longer than the length or the span of a commercial break, maybe you just totally lose your thought process. Because if you guys listen to me long enough, you would know that I didn't call the hood animals. I didn't call everybody an animal. Let's go there. And that's how I know this is part of that agenda, a trolling agenda, because my influence is so big. You have to try to convince people that I'm saying otherwise. How many times I have to say, I'm not calling the whole race animals. No, everybody that has less money or in the lower income community animals. I never said that. I keep saying I never said that, but people keep doing these streams. Animals, well, how those animals saved you. Those animals, what are you talking about? I'm talking about people who conduct domestic violence, men who beat their women, men who molesting their children or other people's children, men who are selling drugs that are destroying us from the inside out and not even giving the women that's conceiving an opportunity to give birth to children that go uncompromised. Men that are killing each other senselessly for frivolous reasons. That's what I'm talking about. Those are animals. People who are making more babies than they can afford. Like they don't have bills, because animals don't have bills. Animals don't have bills. So they make and produce the multitude, void of worrying about bills. And in some instances, animal would be a compliment, considering what some of our people do to each other. These are facts. These are absolute facts. Trying to get you guys in tune. Trying to get you guys in tune. So I never said that we are all animals. So the fact they go on this dang campaign, they still campaigning. Yo, why are we calling us animals? You know what hurts me, family? And now we have to get to the Fear of Success, Volume 1. We got to close it out with this information. Because I got some stuff to, I just had to begin it right here so we can take it somewhere else later. Because all these men doing all these live streams is getting ridiculous. Fear of Success, Volume 1. This part of the stream means the most to me. So one, there was no need for me to say sorry to the people that I identified as animals, because if you show no concern for the rest of your race but yourself, and maybe at times not even yourself, animal. The hood, I'm going around the country with the hood, feeding the family, giving the youth toys, doing lectures. The hood ain't mad. But the people who should know better than to consider themselves animals seem to be the ones most afflicted. Why is that? You know what I don't like, family? We're going to talk about this Fear of Success Volume 1. Let's go in. Let's really talk about this. You know what I find interesting? When Mayweather says something that people don't like, they say this. He's a coon. He's a mother effer. He's a B. When Game does something people don't like, they call him coons, mother effers, and B words. When Puffy does something or says something people don't like, he's a coon, a mother effer, and a bunch of B words. When the gangbanger destroys a life that had nothing to do with the situation, oh, it's the white man. Understand how they got into that position. When the male or the female is in a situation where they're constantly involved with producing more babies than they can afford, particularly the men. But understand the condition, black man. Who put us in that position, black man? The white man put us in that position. So I see what's going on. How come the white man didn't put Mayweather in that position mentally? How come the white man didn't put Puffy in that position? When you disagree with these rich folks, it's never the white man. It's they got to be held accountable, because apparently the more money they get, the more intelligent they keep getting, right? The more knowledge they have, the more money they get, right? That's what you're saying? So I never hear no one say, oh, leave Puffy alone, it's the white man. Oh, leave Mayweather alone, it's the white man. But when we talking about the murderers in our community, when we talking about the ones overproducing in our community and don't have the resources to produce the babies they're producing, suddenly it's the white man's fault. So we're going to protect them in the hells of the ghetto. And then the rich folk, we ain't going to make the same concessions to the rich people. No, we're going to say it's their fault. They exempt from the white man. They got to be accountable because the amount of money they got. So what I hear is a bunch of jealous black men gossiping. You don't think I don't notice? Every time I'm hanging around somebody, y'all got to do a stream about that person. I notice. But I was already taught and trained through experience, life, and my teacher, Imam Baba Oyo, from in the back in the day. Chilling in Africa now. He told me, polite, never feel like you have to stay to go upward. I said, what are you talking about? He said, polite, always ask yourself this question, polite. And this is what I teach my children, because this day always comes, and it comes several times. And you see, you Negroes with this all lives matter, the only lives that matter is black people. So then why are you crying about Trump so much? If the only lives that matter is black people's lives, why does it matter that Trump is even in office? Why there's so many damn interviews and streams about Trump? He's a white man. His life don't matter. Only our lives matter. You see, that's foolishness. So long as we have to all share this space, share this planet, that's why my thinking tells me otherwise. I'm not afraid to think in front of you people. It's popular opinion that only black lives matter in the black conscious community because you like living in a world of dreams and we're going to be on this all black planet with no other races one day. I don't think like that. I'm like, you know what? We got to be realistic. And quite frankly, all lives have to matter because every time white people do something to black people, we talk about the white people that did it. So it matters what they've been doing to black people. And I can say all of that. And you can't even say, oh, I understand what you're saying, brother polite. About all lives matter. No, you just like to believe I'm trying to undermine something that's going on in the movement in your head that doesn't exist in the movement outside in the real world. I just think, and I've never been the type of person that rationalizes that something doesn't make sense and then hold my tongue because my friends all are under a false pretense. I got the right to think, whether you agree with it or not. When you see me, I don't curse people out and call them names and do streams and spew all sorts of negative ideas and hatred against my brother or my sister if they have a disagreement. I don't call them names. I just think about what they're saying. Because understanding transcends disagreement every day of the week. All I got to do is take the time out to understand what a person is saying. That's what I got to do. Take the time out to understand what a person is saying. And disagreeing or agreeing would be moot. That's what we got to do. But we like the name calling because we like to presume everybody should be thinking like us. And therefore, when someone thinks other than the way we think, something's wrong with them. Call them names. That is an act of insecurity, and you are projecting your fears on other people. You feel me? Just got to think. But I know it's poverty that's hurting people. And they're taking offense to things that's not even being directed at them because it's making them think about themselves. But I understand. I understand totally what's going on. I understand. I totally get it. So, thank you, my brother. So you know what I was taught? We soon closing out, but you know what I was taught? It's very powerful. I was taught by one of my teachers. This thing is good. I love this. He said, if height is synonymous with success, he said, if height is synonymous with success, and therefore the higher you go, you find that there are less blacks present. Do you strive to be successful still? Or do you conform and be complacent with staying on the same level in order that you may have friends? Let's say that again. And I should say it again for you. If height is synonymous with success, and therefore the higher you go, the more successful you become. But in that, you wound up being around less black people. Do you stop striding for success since there's less black people up there? Or do you stay in the ranks with your people and be content with not growing again? Which one do you choose, family? Which one do you choose? And can we blame anybody for either one of the two? Jay-Z said it. I'm going to paraphrase. Domino, domino. See less blacks, the higher I go. What's up with Will? Shout out to O. I'm all dressed up. Nowhere to go. You know, I'm going to throw y'all in the chat. Don't worry about it. So, family, that's the question I'm going to ask y'all. That's the note we got to leave on, because guess what? I'm going for the success. I realize that. Because I don't know how to be on the same level from one year to the next. And I was taught, Dr. Savy told me, he said, Polite, you know why people don't understand you? I said, why? He said, because you speak so many languages. I said, oh. He said, I don't think you quite understand. He said, success is a language. And the more fluent you become in success, that is to say, the more successful you are, the more people will fail to understand you that are not succeeding at the same rate. He was right. I hope you're listening to me. Success is a language. And the more successful you are, the more fluent you become in success. So, let me just answer this text. It's my brother. Sorry about that, y'all. Yes. So yeah. And here we go with people. You want to hear me speak those languages? Just go on my Instagram. You'll hear me. Silly, silly Negroes. Silly Negroes. So that's what it is. So let me show you the average Negro mentality. Let me show you about the language of success. When I was gangbanging and I came home and I decided I'm gonna read these books and I'm gonna stop hustling. And my homies was coming over like, yo, you're not gonna put in that work, you're not gonna put in that pain, you're not hitting the block. Oh, I can't hug the block no more, King. I'm studying. Naturally, they thought I was joking. Then the people who had all this respect for me started making fun of me. People started making fun of me. And I said, okay. They're making fun of me because I decided I'm gonna start reading because I decided that my wife was right. I'm better than being a drug dealer. My wife was absolutely right. And I bought into her idea. And when I try to share this idea with other people that they too are better, they made fun of me. Yes, my homies made fun of me. And I said, I gotta use this as fuel so I can show them what I'm doing with my life one day. And each day that I got better and more learnt and more versed in different subject matter, it didn't matter. As I started to change the way I look, put on different garbs, talk that talk, they ridiculed me. I had to be strong enough to go on the path because you know what? I was succeeding and they didn't speak my language. I joined the Nuwapian community. I was rolling with the Panthers heavy. And I started to see the world differently. I appreciate everything that Doc taught us. Everything that he taught me on the phone, every letter he wrote me, every birthday he answered to, year after year after year. I'll be eternally grateful for how he has contributed to my life. I started seeing the world differently, started asking different types of questions. And people thought I was being disrespectful. Started writing my own books. Did you get authorization to write that book? I'm like, who needs authorization to write a book? We were speaking 2 different languages though. And I was coming into my element. So I joined the conscious community. Whatever exactly that is, it wasn't something I signed up for. And I'm not trying to be funny. But I then engaged the conscious community, where I found I had more freedom to express my intellectual property, to demonstrate my intellectuality. And I came in and I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking, the white man's not the devil. I don't believe in ghouls and goblins. And I feel like if I make him the devil, I simultaneously appoint him to godship in my life. And I don't want to give nobody that amount of control. I was speaking a different language. Later on, people caught on. But my friends, or people who contended that they were my friends, made fun of me, did videos on me, called me stupid, mocked me. These were conscious people that did that to me. Didn't go into intellectual diatribes, cut me off, snipped out, did snippets for videos, undermined me straight through. These were my closest friends in this community, all who I knew, the only people I knew. I would then develop, grow, and mature into the man that I am today. And I'm able to provide for my family ways I've never been able to provide before. I've traveled so many places around this world. I traveled so many places around this world. I've interfaced with so many different races. I've shared success with so many different races. Many people can work a job for other people, but I can't be an entrepreneur and work with other people of other races. The hypocrisy. The white man is destroying the people in the lower income communities' minds. But when you disagree with someone who's wealthy, it's because they're a coon and a sellout. It's not the white man no more. Hypocrisy. You can call brothers and sisters mother effers, bees, the N-word, and a whole bunch of other things. I say we're behaving like animals because we're lacking in resources. And we got to address that issue. You say, but never say animals, but you can say mother effer, D-head, and everything else. But I can't say behaving like animals. You have to say, he said we're all animals. Are your children animals? I've learned. You say Black Lives Matter. I said, I've been doing research. So in a general sense, I like the term, I agree with it, but politically, I don't know if I want to associate with it because it implicates me based on my stance and my value system and my worldview. Before people listen to me, they call me a sellout. They said, so you think all lives matter? I said, you know what, they do. If black people are constantly complaining about white people, apparently their lives matter just as much as ours. Do they say I understand the perspective you're coming from even though I disagree? No, they call me coon. They call me a sellout. They say it's because of where I live. This is why I'm saying these kind of things. Never give me the credibility of a thinker and say maybe he just sees things differently. I said we gotta get out the hood and get out the hood as soon as possible. They tell me I stay here on purpose. The only thing they're gonna do is probably shoot or rob us or something like that and put it on World Star. This is what I get told. Exact words. And so I've learned, just like my path when I was in the gang, just like my path when I was in the Nuwaubian community, just like my path when I first came into the conscious community, I've learned that sometimes you have to shed the skin of friends. Because with every experience I have comes another level of education. And because I challenge myself year in and year out, I learn new words that are coupled with the new experiences and new activity. And it is my responsibility as a teacher to impart wisdom on people who may be lacking in certain experiences. But how can I if they dismiss every opportunity for me to share with them an experience they haven't undergone? I don't think you hear me. I have people telling me about all the crime that's actually happening around here in my community. I'm like, I can tell you where I live. I have people telling me there's no black people in my community, or it's very little black people that's over here. Why you couldn't go to a black community, an all black community? I have people who haven't moved out their community to go into these model black communities they're talking about, telling me what I should have did and where I should go. When I said I moved out here because of my skill set, I said I moved out here because of my trade. I am a writer. And the business opportunities suffice for me to come here instead of keep traveling back and forth. I said that first and foremost. But Negro's gonna tell me I'm wrong for pursuing my goals, my dreams, my ambitions, and my vision. I'm wrong, but you can get a job driving trucks or doing security or picking up French fry boxes. You can do whatever the hell you want. But if I got a talent, I don't have the right to go where it suffice to be compensated for my talent, especially as an entrepreneur, so I can cut out that white middleman. I don't got the right. But you're not going to hire me to do screenplays, and you're not going to hire me to do any ghostwriting. You're not going to hire me to manage anyone. But when I go somewhere where my talents can be used and I can be compensated greatly for it. I'm wrong for going there, while simultaneously creating an opportunity for my children and for my wives. I'm wrong for that. So I learned, because people busy still trying to tell me how my life really is. You know, this crime always going on in Beverly Hills and everything. How do you know? I live here every day for a couple years now. I lived in the hood for more than a couple of years. I can compare and contrast. I got a certain experience you don't got. You reading books and trying to find out Illuminati conspiracies. You looking on YouTube trying to find out conspiracies. I live here. I'm trying to impart wisdom on y'all. And that's why when I come back, I say, you know what? I would be wrong if I just hung out with y'all and pretended like everything was cool. I'm trying to encourage you guys and motivate you guys to do better for yourselves. So when the next year comes, you don't have the same discussions and you don't speak the same way. Because if you're not doing that, your viewership is not doing that. And if you're not growing, your viewership's not growing. And what I mean by that is you probably think, oh, growing? Look, I'm getting more subscribers. I'm talking about growing up here. You're going to keep people down. You like to say he changed, he changed, he changed. That's not bad. It's the one constant thing in the universe. But let's call it evolving. Change over a period of time. Let's call it that. Let's call it evolution. Because the more I experience different people, different places, and different things, the more I can see through the smoke and mirrors of what you call it being pro-black and conscious. Because if I was pro-black and conscious the way my brothers wanted me to be, I would still be in the damn hood doing lectures, complaining about how come black people don't get together. I seen right through it. One year to the next, it's the same conversation, just spilled to you a different way. I refuse to look the same way I was last year, this year, next year. Every year, damn it. One thing you can say about Brother Polite, every year, he grow every year. Every year, he's more successful. Every year, he builds up more contacts, more networks. Every year, he go to different countries with different wives. Every year, his children involved in different activities. You see me grow exponentially from one year to the next. Can you say that about everybody else? Because if you don't see that growth, then the slick thing is I'm not growing because I'm keeping it real, because I'm staying here with my people. But you do them no good if you don't motivate them to change and grow. So when I come back and say, look, y'all need to leave, I'm not talking to some white folks over here saying, yeah, them black people need to leave. I'm coming back to my community because I've experienced better life, better living conditions that makes me more creative. My time is more free. I'm reading more books than I ever read before. I'm writing things I never wrote before. I'm thinking totally different. And that's what traveling does for you. That's what having some kind of financial freedom does for you. That's what happens when you surround yourself by positive people, not people who all just cursing and negative and because it's cool in the community and no one's pulling nobody by the shirt like, yo, we are using way too much vulgarity. Maybe we should call time out here and there. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm speaking a different language. I'm speaking a different language. And this happens to me at different intervals in my life. Where no matter what I say, I'm not understood. Every time I say something, they take it and they make it something else. I understand what that is. That means I'm speaking that different language again. And some people are not ready to elevate or admit to themselves, I need to go to the next level. No matter how much an alpha male, a leader these brothers may be, sometimes you may have to give somebody else the lead because they may know something you don't know. You telling me about how my neighborhood is and where I live and how there's no black people here and how it's all this crime and it's just the same way. It's a damn shame. It's like you're trying to keep people in the hood. Haven't seen the negative things you telling me exist in my community. And I can call it my community, like you could call yours your community, because nigga, you don't own shit over there, and I actually own something over here. What's your ties to your community? What the hell do you own? I don't have time for this. But anyway, I actually do gotta get ready. I'm waiting for you, Ned. You gotta tell me, because I'm gonna just build with the people. It's getting late. We ain't got time for that. You know what time the flight go? You can't tell me get off the stream. You gotta tell me you ready to go, because I'm just gonna give the people as much as I can give them. I'm already dressed.
Where you close at?
I'm dressed.
Okay, close up.
Aren't you gonna handle that for me? Come on, man. I gotta pack my own stuff.
No, you gotta tell me what you want.
Just get something. I'm good. I got pants. Just give me underwears, man. That's all I need. What's up?
I hear you from outside. What's going on?
That crazy woman is going on, man. That crazy woman. I'm sorry, y'all gotta hear that.
You wanna play?
Yeah, we on live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So I gotta get ready to get out of here. I love you. I'm gonna throw some people in this chat, but we ain't gonna even be able to really talk. We gonna pick this thing up. I just threw the link in the chat. Now we gotta be out. Now I ain't let them drive me crazy, because if y'all don't know this, sometimes I do a 5-6 month hiatus and I get the heck out of here. You go to 2012stores.com if you want to get the books. 2012stores.com. I'm going to Toronto. I just landed back here from Denver, Colorado. Did this stream. Only got to wash up since and put these new clothes on. And that's it. I'm out.
Oh my.
Get it. Hey, peace. Let's go, miss. Let's get you on here. Go ahead, sister. Let's hear you. Unmute your mic, miss. Unmute your mic, miss. You there? Come on, sis.
Are you talking to
Yeah,
me?
it says miss right here. That's why I'm saying miss.
Yep, this is Miss Carter. I just want to first thank you so much for everything that you've been doing, Brother Polite. I've just been following you and Dr. Sabi for a couple years now. And I just want to thank you so much for everything it is that you're doing, despite all the negative energy. You bring so much light into the people's lives who are struggling.
No doubt.
So I just want to thank you so much for that. And I just want to ask you, because I'm a single Black mother, and I just want to know what advice do you give to us, and what insight can you give to us Black women who are trying to, raise our Black sons and, be successful?
I dig it. I say get them into some kind of sports program at the bare minimum, and find out where a local mentor or brotherhoods are, because there's got to be somebody somewhere in the community that has. Make sure you put your joints on mute when you come in. I'll put it on. There we go. So yeah, definitely see if they have any mentors, big brothers, or any kind of situations where you know, not too old, but you know, big brother types can mentor them if they have that around. If that's not there, do your best to get them in a program, some kind of athletic program or boxing where they can be relied upon and develop social skills, interfacing with others around their age, while at the same time being coached and following directions, of course, to preference by a Black man. So, because those people, those coaches normally have a strong connection to the youth as well. So I say that I'm gonna move forward to see if I can get some more questions, but definitely get them involved with brothers that can lead and be an example to them. Sports is normally real good for young Black men, especially for single mothers, because they get a connection to another man. They have to follow rules, instructions, and they normally get enough discipline to bring the discipline back home to their mother, you know? So that'd be ideal. Come on, Sister Janiva. Oh, no doubt, sister. What's up, sis? Let's get it.
Peace, Brother Polite. I wasn't expecting to speak, so I don't really know what to say. I just want to say peace to you and your family, and thank you for what you and, you know, for all that, what you do. So.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, my sister.
Yes, I appreciate you, my brother.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get Leah. Get in here, King. Or who's that? Let's get you over here. Speak, my brother. Good? Hey, what's up, Ken? I need to talk real quick. I'm about to get out of here.
My pretty much question was, why do you feel like why is it that, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like you're getting discouraged of going to these people in these hood communities and these people who act like these type of people?
I'm not discouraged, but you know, when you want to share data with your people that you think is very important and they're constantly fighting and resisting the info, it's gonna hurt you because you got good intentions. But I'm definitely on the path because what I've learned to do is take a hiatus. And that doesn't mean stop work altogether. That means do different types of work to compensate, so that way I'm not overwhelmed. And that's what I've been doing. So I'll go into writing and putting scripts together that have conscious messages that can be promulgated to the masses through that venue without me always trying to fight the message to the same group of people on a certain platform. I can spread this out. The world is bigger than any internet platform. Though the platforms are good and I appreciate all of them for what they're worth, there's different ways to get the information out. So I just switch it up. So I'm definitely good on that. Let me see if I can. I was
saying, like, so what about the third party view? Like, you know what I'm saying? What if, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know there's white people as well watching these stuff. So how would you feel as a person that's, you know, also Black and who's also watching? You said, you know, white people as well watching this stuff. So how would you feel as a person that's, you know, watching actually, who's also watching these shows and actually fighting
how I feel about white people watching these shows and doing what?
And also feeling like, man, you calling these other Black people.
Brother? Did you use your mechanism? Because I'm getting a lot of feedback. How I feel about white people watching these shows and doing what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, what about the third party people that's, you know what I'm saying, who's white, looking at your shows and wondering why, you know, kind of like maybe look at Black people as, you know, as a certain type of people. Like, for instance, like, you know, you got white people watching these shows and it's kind of like feel kind of bad, or it's not a good look to see another Black person talk about another Black person, you know, just like this, everybody else, what everybody else is doing. And it's kind of hard.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Give me exact statements so I can try to get to where you got to go.
I say the exact statements would probably be, you know, even though we also call each other niggas, you know what I'm saying? all motherfuckers and all this other type of shit. But at the same time, you know, for a leader, we're supposed to be a sort of a leader to talk about.
Statement are you talking about, brother? I gotta get out of here.
I was just pretty much talking about the animal statement.
Oh, saying black people are behaving like animals when they make more babies than they're supposed to. I don't think I should be trying to hide to make sure white people don't hear me saying that. I mean, that's crazy. With World Star on the damn thing, in fact, they need to, if it's about white people hearing anything, they need to know there's some sane fucking black people on planet Earth, so they don't get away with making it look like no black people give a damn that black people are acting crazy. So I'm not even about trying to, let me not say this because white people are around.
I would just say it makes it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it just makes it.
It's a matter of opinion. If it looks bad because you're worrying about white people hearing me talk about it, it must be even worse when black people actually do it and record it and post it up online. I can't be that bad. If you're worried about someone identifying that it's wrong versus the people who are actually doing the wrong thing and letting the world see, that's just crazy. Blame them goddamn people for even making it a part of the conversation. Right. This is the black community. We're going fucking wild. We're out of control. We're being chaotic. And no, I don't mean everybody that's black, but we gotta police ourselves. And we have these online forums, and we can't be afraid to have discussions in online black forums, because this is the only way some of us will be able to talk as a collective through the internet. That's how we building these communities today. So if the fear is, damn, white people might hear us say something a little negative, it wouldn't be the first time. Our brothers been cursing each other out, making videos, slandering each other, making exposed videos, world starring each other. We've been doing all this craziness way before I said we're behaving like animals. And I say we as though I'm part of that chaos. I throw me in there because I'm part of the race. So I say we're behaving like animals. But I don't mean the whole race. But we understand language. And the people who feel the way about it, you just gotta live and learn. It's all good. But I gotta get ready to get out of here because I really do gotta get this flight. I did my best to get everybody that I could. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have to go to Toronto.
Thank you. Have a safe flight.
Yes, thank you. Peace.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for joining the stream.
Right.
It's real talk, man. Thank you, brother, for your input. Net is Air Canada.
You have a safe flight, brother Polite. Let me see if I can get it out of here.
Facts, I'm with it. Thank you so much. I don't know. This thing is like in French, baby. I don't know what the heck is going on.
This thing is like, I can't get out of here.
Oh, okay, I got something now. I know.
You'll come up in here.
I know.
You're leaving here.
Man, you don't act like you miss me. You see?
And then you want to be leaving.
Why I gotta leave for you to treat me like that's what it is? You should treat me like that, thinking I was gonna stay here. Just 48 hours. It happened today when I was en route to coming back here.
Is it a lecture or something?
Class, private consultation, all sorts of stuff. I gotta get out of here. I'll tell you while I'm in the car. I gotta get out. Come here, baby.
You gonna be back tomorrow?
The day after tomorrow. I'll be back.
That's going to catch you.
I love you so much. Miss you.
I'm coming downstairs with that.
Going
You can
down?
left and it's not saying nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Love you.
Can we go to Disney World when you come back?
Disney World, girl.
Yep.
All right.
That's where the Disney
That was actually sent me. Was I post other video?
Yeah.
She sent me the video.
Nat, is it here? We gotta go. Say again?
You didn't send me the video.
I didn't see the video.
The second one, you like post the other video.
It was sent before that video.
Yeah, go to Disney World.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, there's like
I still don't know where in Toronto. I'm finding out now.
You were the ones that happened.
Do you send it via text in the email? This is the only one I got.
All right, I'll find out. I'll figure it out.
What are the ones that happy about it? So the Disney people happy?
Huh?
Oh, this is
Are
right.
you from your phone? Mine.
Maya?
Like from the Disney channel.
It's getting intense now.
When you
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, but we can't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna start that stuff, man.
Yo, Pete, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but I gotta.
Hey, quick question, real quick. Can you give me a source for Jean mushrooms, bruh? I really need that. Really need that in my life right now.
Download the Brother Polite app and send a message through the app.
Okay, I hit you up on Facebook, but the app will get to you faster. Is that
the app or Facebook.com/Brother Polite? Do both, like as soon as you can, and then I'll make sure I reach out. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you for supporting, man.
No problem. Anytime, bro.
All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Let's do it. Peace.